November 24th, 1221. The brutal empire of Genghis Khan was on a massive war of total, brutal revenge. He had just brutally annihilated the Khwarazmian Empire, a massive kingdom that had dared to kill his envoys, city by city. Only one man was left, a brutal refugee prince. He was cornered at the massive Indus River. The final battle of this massive war was about to begin. Jalal al-Din's army was trapped. The massive uncrossable Indus River was at their back. A brutal, fatal mistake in this massive war. Then the Khan's massive horde arrived. He looked down at his cornered prey. The brutal empire builder had him. The Khan gave the signal. The brutal, massive war began. A brutal slaughter was ordered. The brutal Mongol wings charged, a massive cloud of arrows blotting out the sun. Jalal al-Din's army fought with brutal courage, but they were caught in the massive Mongol trap, a brutal pincer closing for the kill. The brutal slaughter was horrific. Trapped by the massive river, the prince's army was annihilated. The massive war was over. The massive war was lost. Jalal al-Din, his brutal empire gone, had one last brutal act of defiance. He spurred his horse off a 20-foot cliff into the massive, raging Indus River. A brutal, suicidal leap. Genghis Khan, the brutal conqueror, watched. He stopped his archers. He admired the brutal courage of his last enemy. Jalal al-Din escaped. He would live, but his brutal empire was dead, annihilated by Genghis Khan's massive war. On this day, the brutal empire of the Khwarazmians was erased. The massive war was won. Genghis Khan was the master of the world. The Battle of the Indus, a brutal final act that cemented the massive, terrifying, brutal empire of the Khan.